The views and comments of the hosts and guests are not necessarily those of the station.
You are watching the multi-awarded Radio Bandido TV on Channel 224 Sky Cable and TV Plus boxes. Simulcast on DZRJ 8:10 a.m. Informing, advising, and entertaining the Filipinos and OFWs around the world. Streaming live on www.facebook.com/DZRJ 8:10 a.m. or on YouTube, channel RJAM News.
If you like listening to this station, DZRJ 810 AM, there's no excuse not to listen anywhere and wherever you want. Listen on your phone or computer anytime, anywhere in the world. Just download the app for free. How do you download? If you have an Android phone or tablet, go to Google Play Store. If you have an iPhone or iPad, go to Apple App Store. It's that simple. You have 3 choices. Just type in TuneIn Radio. Once the app is downloaded, search for DZRJ 810 AM. For Radio Garden app, once it's downloaded, search for DZRJ 810 AM. And for Streama app, that's STREEMA. And once it's downloaded, search for DZRJ 810 AM. And now you can enjoy DZRJ 810 AM anytime and anywhere. Hey, it's free.
Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. It's a Thursday, March 3. Ang bilis ng panahon, no? March na, parang kakapasko lang. But Ash Wednesday lang tayo earlier this week. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday, yes, Ash Wednesday. So malapit na rin tayo pumasok sa weekend, which is starting tomorrow. So pleasant morning to all of you. Welcome to our program, Kontra Birada. Dito po sa Radyo Bandido at nagpapanood din po sa RGTV. Ako po si Atty. Mike Toledo at kasama din po natin si Atty. Karen Jimeno, ang aking partner. Atty. Karen, good morning. Baka wala pa, hindi pa nakapasok siguro si Atty. Karen. So, abangan natin siya in a while. And tayo rin po nagpapasalamat ulit kay Atty. Karen because she was the one responsible for inviting Father Atty. Aquino, who is also the Dean of the San Beda College Graduate School, no? In law. It so happened that si Atty. Karen po ay isa din po sa mga nagtuturo or professor or lecturer doon po sa San Beda Graduate School of Law. Kaya it was a very good discussion, very timely po. At nakikita niyo naman po kung inyo nasusubaybayan ang mga nangyayari po sa Ukraine as well as sa Russia, no? And that part of Europe, yung mga pinag-usapan natin ni Dean Rani Aquino, ni Father Rani Aquino, very, very relevant. At nakita mo naman kung paano nag-unfold ang mga event ngayon. Pinag-usapan natin, for example, na ang Ukraine ay magfa-file ng kaso against Russia sa International Court of Justice. At ito na nga po, na nag-file na at sinabihan na ng ICJ na sagutin ng Russia. Pero yun nga, ang tanong ay sasagutin ba nila? In other words, will they recognize the jurisdiction of the International Court of Justice over this particular situation or the case? In the same way, in the same manner na question po ng People's Republic of China yung jurisdiction ng arbitral tribunal when we filed a arbitral award or arbitral case against China for their incursions into our territories in the West Philippine Seas. No? We question the validity and legality of China's claims of the alleged 9-line, which according to China, based on historic rights daw, which the court, no? Or rather the tribunal said, hindi totoo yan, there's no such thing. Kaya as far as that area is concerned, atin po yun, we have sovereignty there, and we won the arbitral case. And sinabi naman po ni President Duterte, yan po ang ating posisyon, at hindi na yan matatanggal, hindi mawawala. Nasa history na yan, nasa statute books, and nandyan na po yan sa international law, customary international law. Usually talagang yan ang style ng mga bansa na napapila ng kaso ganito. Siyempre, una nilang gagawin, they will question immediately the jurisdiction of the body that will hear or try the case. So, subaybayan po natin, abangan natin kung ano mga nangyayari dito, no? For international law students or those who are very much interested in developments in international law and foreign policy, maganda pong subaybayan, bantayan at tignan kung ano ang mga developments dito dahil makikita natin ang mga arguments of both parties, Ukraine and in this case Russia, and how the International Court of Justice or the ICJ will rule on it. Sabi nga ni Dean Aquino, they rule on war crimes, aggression, and several other issues between sovereign states. No? So it will again enrich international law. At nakikita na talaga naman po natin na iba ang reaksyon. Siguro po hindi masyadong magaling man si President Putin mag-analyze, being a former head of the KGB. Alam niyo naman po ang KGB yan yung intelligence arm ng Russia. If the United States has the CIA or Israel has Mossad, and M15 or M16, I think, no, where James Bond comes from in the UK, Russia has KGB and Putin used to head that. So makikita mo na talaga namang he is well versed in economic and world affairs and of course foreign affairs. Pero bakit dito hindi niya masyadong na-anticipate na ang buong mundo talaga ay, except for China perhaps, no, ay talagang nagkakaisa para labanan ang ginagawa niya sa Ukraine. Nabalitaan natin for example na Germany, a country which for the longest time po ay hindi naman na sila nakikialam sa ibang bayan because of what happened in World War I and World War II. But this time, they are sending war material or equipment to help the Ukrainians. Normally, Switzerland, which as you all know, marami sa mga kayamanan ng iba't ibang bansa, ng iba't ibang mga mayayaman, mga oligarchs, mga tycoons, ay linalagay sa Switzerland because yun nga daw, safe ang kanilang investments, ang kanilang pera sa Switzerland from the prying eyes of the law. Kaya nga maraming ang dati, di ba sinasabi nila, yung mga, for example, dictators in Africa, they keep their money there kasi hindi na nahabol. Pero this time, even Switzerland and Swiss banks are joining the financial sanctions being done by the United States, the UK, and France. No? The objective po doon ay ibagsak ang financial system ng Russia. Kasi pag ang financial system ng isang bansa ay bumagsak, medyo mahirap po yun. Kaya nga tinatanggal din sila as far as their access to SWIFT, which is the payment, that's the platform for payments among different banks in the world, no? In different countries, tinatanggal sila doon. So talagang makikita nyo, and nabalita ko, more than $1 trillion dollars are involved in terms of this financial sanctions. It's going to be very difficult for Russia to be dealing when it comes to their need to for example, transact. Mahirapan po sila dahil nga medyo iniipit na sila ng mga bangko throughout the world. Norway and Finland, for example, Scandinavian countries which is bordering Russia in the north, the northwest. Traditionally, these countries are normally neutral. Hindi sila na pumapanig. But this time po, they are willing to send equipment again. I understand planes, tanks, whatever it takes, mobile missiles, and even Poland and the other countries, the other Baltic states, no, that gained their independence from Russia, are also sending Russian fighter jets, no, MiGs, and what's the other one? Starts with the letter S, but Sokhovs or something like that. But bottom line is, nagpapadala po, marami po mga bansa sa Europa, nagpapadala na sila ng kanilang mga aeroplano, helicopter, tanks, whatever it is, missiles, armaments, short of sending troops on the ground, no? Para lang tulungan ang Ukraine. Kaya naman siguro, sa ngayon, maski gustong imadali ng Russia ang takeover ng mga major cities, medyo they realize that they are facing a lot of resistance from the Ukrainian forces and its citizens. Kasi unang-una talagang palaban sila, lumalaban sila, hindi po sila umatras, hindi sila natatakot. At malaking bagay dyan kasi ang presidente nila, na dating komedyante, si Zelensky, ay kagaya ng sinabi ko noong isang araw, sinabi ni Zelensky, pag nag-attack ang Russia, ang makikita nila ang aming mga mukha, hindi ang aming mga likod. Ibang klase, no? Napakatapang na salita. Hindi daw sila atras. At alam nyo, inimbita siya ng United States. Sabi ng United States, siguro mas maigi para safe ka, pati pamilya mo. Ilipad ka na muna namin sa Amerika at you can be a government in exile. No? Doon ka po. Tuloy-tuloy ang gobyerno mo, legitimate as far as the world is concerned, but kumbaga, doon ka muna sa Amerika para safe. Pero anong sagot ni President Zelensky? Thank you, but no thanks. Dito po ako. Lalaban ako kasama ng aking mga kababayan, kasama ng aking mga armed forces. Kaya nagsuot pa siya ng fatigue at ang pagkaalam ko ay sumama siya sa kanyang mga sundalo. So, nung nakita ng mga Ukrainian people that they have a leader who will be with them all the way at hindi sila iwanan, lalo lumakas ang kanilang kalooban at tuloy-tuloy ang paglalaban. Kaya gusto man madali ng Russia, medyo nagkakaroon sila ngayon ng delay. Ika nga, no? And then not to mention the fact na nagkakaroon ng mga financial sanctions. Yung financial sanctions lang, it will take a little time. Hindi basta-bastang nararamdaman yon. It will take time for that, for them to feel the pinch or the pain, pero darating at darating po yan, sigurado. Yung pagbibigay ng armas, tuloy-tuloy. At yun, mararamdaman nila kaagad yun na hindi lang nakikita nila na lumalaban at lumalaban talaga ang mga Ukrainians. Pag binigyan mo ang mga tao na matapang at buo ang loob na lumaban ng mga armaments, modern equipment to fight in a war, maniwala ka, siguro history has shown us that they will definitely not be defeated that easily. Kung matalo man sila, eventually, bugbog naman din yung kalaban nila bago sila natalo. Kasi let's face it, Russia is a much, much, much bigger and stronger military-wise and economically speaking, they're really much bigger than Ukraine. But the Ukrainians will be fighting. Isa pa siguro sa mga magiging problema ng Russia, hindi lang sa gobyerno ng Russia, pati na rin po sa kanilang mga kababayan, ay ang balita ko yung Maersk. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. No? Yung one of the biggest, if not the biggest shipping company in the world. Yung mga nagpapadala ng mga malalaking container ships na I'm sure nakita ninyo rin sa mga sinihan yan or sa mga dyaryo, sa mga pictures. No? Ang laki talaga. I don't even know how many feet that is, but you can see parang mga building of containers being piled up. Eh, ang balita natin, ayaw na nila mag-ship sa Russia. Malaki pong problema yun dahil ang siniship nila ay siyempre, unang-una, mga equipment. Cellphones, for example, appliances, at higit sa lahat, importante din, commodities, pagkain, at ano pang mga supplies na kakailanganin ng kanilang mga tao, at pati nila, it will be needed also, kailangan din ng kanilang mga pabrika. Eh kung wala na, hindi na dumating to, kumbaga naputol yung supply chain nila, malaki pong problema yun. Isang masakit na ulo na ang harapin ng gobyerno ng Russia pag tumagal ito. Kasi sinabi na nila, ayaw na nila. Ang Shell, ang isang malaking oil company, as you know, Exxon, British Petroleum, if I'm not mistaken, BP, sinabi na nila, maski na po matalo kami sa aming negosyo, kasi nag-invest po kami dyan sa Russia. Hindi na, tigil na lahat ng aming investments dyan. Putol na aming mga investments dyan. Ayaw na namin makipagnegosyo sa mga Ruso. And despite the fact na matatalo sila, so pinapakita nila, we don't care if we're gonna lose money. We don't care if we will lose opportunity. Malaki man ang tama sa aming balance sheet, sa aming income projection, sa aming revenue, we don't care. Kasi maling-mali ang ginawa ng Russia ng pag-attack sa Ukraine. Nakakagulat. Talagang lahat-lahat po ay nagkakaisa. So nakikita niyo na, hindi lang ang mga bansa, iba't ibang bansa, sa buong mundo, hanggang South America, no? Hanggang dito sa Pilipinas, syempre. Nagsalita ng ang ating Pangulo, nagsalita ng ating gobyerno, natutol sila sa ginagawa ng Russia sa Ukraine. So, hindi lang mga gobyerno, hindi lang mga heads of states, hindi lang mga international organizations, pati na din po ang mga malalaking kumpanya sa buong mundo. Pati na rin yung mga gumagawa ng cellphones, gumagawa ng kotse, GM, sinabi nila, Volkswagen, tigil daw. Tigil na kung ano man yung mga pabrika na nandun, tatanggalin na, ititigil nila. At ilalabas nila ang kanilang investment. Kung sila dati ay nagbibenta ng mga kotse doon, kasi maalam naman po natin na maraming mga what you call this, mga car companies nagtayo din. Kaya na pagtatayo din nila sa China, no? Ng mga distributorships, manufacturing plants. Kasi malaki ang merkado, malaki ang market din ng Russia. As you know, Russia, I believe, is the 11th largest economy in the world. And in terms of oil, it provides more than 30%, if I'm not mistaken, of oil also, no? And a lot of oil and gas, especially to Europe. So malaking merkado ang Russia. Kaya nagtatayo ng mga maraming pabrika doon, car distributorship. Pero alam mo, maski matalo daw sila. Ayaw na nila. Aalis sila, lalabas sila, at ayaw nilang makipag-business sa mga Russians dahil sa ginawa nila sa Ukraine. So talagang it's really something, no? It's really something to this is something really new. Never, in my opinion, no, never has the world, maybe except for World War II, naglaban ng Allied forces versus Nazi Germany and at that time Imperial Japan, di ba? You had the Axis powers, which was Italy, Italy, Germany, and Japan as the Axis powers versus the Allied powers led by the United States and the United Kingdom, France, and the other countries, as you know. Isa na rin tayo sa lumaban. Kasama ng ating mga brothers na Amerikano. Marami sa ating mga Pilipino na namatay noon. But doon, nagkasama-sama ang mundo laban sa mga Axis powers. And it's been a long time since talaga ang mundo ay nagkaisa. Lahat talaga. To fight or to question and to condemn a war of aggression of Russia over the Ukraine. This is the first time. Kaya maraming mga first time po dito. Kaya subaybayan po natin at tignan natin kung how this pans out. And importante rin nga, kagaya na sinabi ng diskusyon natin ni Father Rani, tignan talaga natin kung ano ang mangyayari dito. Kasi kahit papano, apektado tayo. Hindi lang dahil sa maapektuhan, tumataas na nga ang presyo ng langis, no? Tataas ang presyo ng pagkain. Ukraine is one of the top wheat producers, kaya maapektuhan din yung pandesal natin, no? Maapektuhan ng presyo ng kuryente, no? Presyo ng transportation, presyo ng pagkain, kaya sinabi ko earlier. Pero hindi lang yun. Isa pang bantayan po natin is, I'm sure, tinitignan din ni Xi Jinping, ni presidency ng China, kung ano ang magiging reaction ng mundo dito sa nagaganap na pangyayari sa Ukraine. Kasi po alam naman po natin na matagal na niyang tinitignan ang Taiwan. As far as Xi Jinping is concerned, Taiwan is a renegade province. It belongs to the People's Republic of China. despite the fact that they've been enjoying a lot of economic relationships which made them both prosper. Yumaman ang dalawang bansa dahil sa investment ng Taiwanese sa China and investment ng Chinese sa Taiwan. Pero gusto pa rin kunin ni Xi. Pag napansin ni Xi na talagang pwede palang mangyari, delikado po ang Taiwan. At pag delikado po ang Taiwan, hindi na din po tayo malayo. Kaya kailangan talaga ngayon pa man, ang buong mundo talaga will have to make sure that a strong message is sent to all those who have plans of invading other sovereign states in violation of the UN Charter. Never again. Hindi pwede mangyari. Anyway, we'll take a short break po. Huwag mo po kayong malis. Pagpatuloy natin itong pag-usapan natin dito sa Ukraine at maybe it's also touch about the COVID situation in the Philippines. And hopefully my partner will join us in a bit. If not, tuloy natin ang pag-uusap. So huwag muna kayong malis. Don't go away. Stay with us.
Double R is now at Radio Bandido, an informative program that tackles all issues concerning all walks of life, delivering hottest issues and events, with health consultations on air and a lot more, with your host veteran newsman Ricky Sunga and master entrepreneur Ruel So. Double R sa Radio Bandido every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. You can catch Double R on DZRJ 8:10 a.m., Radio Bandido TV channel 224, TV Plus boxes, and streaming live on Facebook/DZRJ 8:10 a.m. and YouTube channel RJAM News. Revolutions Per Minute with host Marilyn Craig and guest co-host future Dr. Zoe will revolutionize your life. Spend lunch with them every Saturday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. This is your Love Life Teleradio with interviews with people from all walks of lives, as well as personalities, with stories that enlighten and inspire. So catch RPM on Teleradio Bandido, Channel 224 Sky Cable, TV Plus boxes, free-to-air Channel 29, DZRJ 8:10 a.m., Facebook.com/DZRJ 8:10 a.m., and YouTube channel RJAM News.
Welcome back, and again, thanks for joining us. Nandito po tayo sa ating programa Kontra Birada on Radio Bandido at napapanood din sa RJTV. Ako po si Atty. Mike Toledo at maraming salamat for again joining us sa ating programa which is only from 11:30 to 12 on Thursdays or Martes. No? Kagaya na sinabi ko earlier bago tayo nag-commercial break, alam naman natin na dahil nga dito sa kaguluhan na nangyayari o nagaganap sa Ukraine ay ang presyo ng gasolina ay tumaas. Umabot na yata po sa $105 per barrel, which is really very high. Malaki pong epekto diyan sa buong mundo at sa ating bansa. Kaya nga po, minabuti ng ating pong Pangulo, si President Duterte, in-announce niya na baka because of these developments, which perhaps it will take a while before it is resolved, he is suggesting that the Congress perhaps reviews the oil deregulation law. Alam mo ang batas na ito ay napas, I believe, in the early 90s or mid-90s. The oil deregulation law, which deregulated the industry. But he feels that maybe perhaps members of Congress who will convene again sometime May 20-something after the May 9 elections. By that time, we'll have a new president and vice president. And he is hoping that perhaps Congress can tackle this because now of surging high fuel prices, oil prices. Now, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of discussions, debate as to whether such should be the case. Kailangan ba talagang reviewin or palitan? At kung kailangan talaga po, ano namang mga provisions ng oil deregulation law ang dapat po siguro i-amend or i-revise. Kaya subaybayan din po natin yan. But siguro, let's also talk about the positive things, di ba? About what has been happening as far as COVID is concerned. Thank God, alert level 1 na po tayo. Nag-upisa po yan noong March 1. And kagaya ng sinabi ni Secretary Mon Lopez, they are hoping that itong lockdowns na ito, not only in NCR but will also happen in other parts of the country. No? Talaga as we move forward to the what you may call tawag nga nila new normal. Sinabi nga ni Secretary Duque, they are now preparing plans, no? a roadmap. And that is really good, and I salute Secretary Duque for that move na talagang planuhin na po. They're already preparing a roadmap for a new normal to guide each and every one of us on how we should conduct ourselves. Kung ano yung mga regulations, mga protocols na dapat nating sundan as we face what we now call the new normal. Ang sabi ni Secretary Duque, baka ilabas nila ito sometime this week or early next week. Ito po ang mga regulations, the roadmap that the DOH and siguro in coordination na rin po ng IATF, they'll come up with the new rules to guide us. Ang magandang balita is yun nga, bumaba talaga yung hospital utilization rate. And that is a very good sign. Bumaba yung daily attack rate. And balita ko pa nga, as far as the lowest single day rate is concerned, it went down to as low as 866 na lang po in one day, which is definitely one of the lowest. Ang pinaka-lowest yata is sometime in December bago mag-Omicron. Yun ang pinakababa. Pero ito, papunta na po doon at they expect na pababa na po ang tinatawag nating daily attack rate or infection rate. No? So, again, magandang balita. These are very good and welcome developments that the economy is opening much further. People's confidence are coming back. People are going out. People are buying things. People are going to establishments and restaurants. Nagkakaroon na po ng malaking sense of normalcy, so to speak. And yan po ay very important, no? Para sa atin. Kaya nga, mga hindi pa nagpapabooster, kasi isa sa mga na-notice ng ating mga agencies in charge of vaccination, meron daw at least 36.7% due for vaccination, yung booster shot, no? Unfortunately, mga 10 million pa lang daw po ang nagtitake advantage of it. No? So, ang pananaw nila, the reason for that ay siguro, yun nga, medyo naging complacent pa rin tayo ng konti. There's no sense of urgency for those to take the booster shot. Kaya nga siguro kailangan let's remind ourselves, no? Mga kaibigan natin, let's remind everyone, kung kayo po ay ready na po, set na, naka-schedule na kayo for booster shots, I strongly suggest to take advantage of it at magpa-booster na po kayo. Ang balak ng government is to come up with another national vaccination day para talagang to encourage each and everyone na hindi pa nagpapa-booster na magpa-booster na. Sinabi naman ng ating mga doctors, mga dalubhasa, mga experts not only in the Philippines but throughout the world na malaking bagay ditong booster shots, especially for those who are in their seniors or those with comorbidities. After a certain period of time, kailangan na rin magpa-booster shot. Kaya maski na tayo po ay classified na as low risk, no? NCR especially, thank God for that. Salamat sa Diyos talaga. Wag din pa rin tayo maging kampante. So, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung health protocols kahit paano. Kung talagang you're in a crowded place at hindi ka naman pa kumakain or whatever, mahirap kasi kumain no, pag may mask, di ba? Malabo talaga yun. Or uminom. Pero, di ba? Suotin mo mask. Then, the usual, no? Basic hygiene. Just keep on washing your hands, put alcohol, kung pwedeng umiwas ng masyadong tao, di ba? Kung kayang iwasan, why not? Kasi pababa na nga, no? Pababa na talaga. And these are good signs. And we are hoping really na ito na din po talaga ang katapusan. No? Hindi na siya pandemic at magiging endemic na lang. Ibig sabihin, para na lang siguro flu na kanya, magkasakit ka, tamaan ka man, hindi ka naman mamamatay, hindi ka kailangan dalhin sa ospital. kasi hindi ka magiging critical ang inyong pakiramdam. So hindi mo rin mapapahirapan ang mga hospital. Hindi ma-overwhelm ang mga hospital. Which by the way nga pala, doon ako na-mention ko earlier, pati na rin po yung utilization rate ng mga hospital, no? Yung occupancy, sinabi ng Okta, bumaba na rin. So ibig sabihin, talagang maluwag na ang ating hospital with respect to COVID. All of these are very good and positive signs na ang siguro idadasalan talaga natin ay tuloy-tuloy na. Tuloy-tuloy na talaga. Lalo na ngayon kasi nagkakaproblema na nga sa Ukraine. No? Gaya ng isang Viber na natanggap ko. Una, yung COVID. Then yung Odette. Tapos ito naman yung Ukraine. Talagang walang katigil-tigil. Pero we must not lose hope. And then you just have to continue with what we're doing. At of course, yung pagdadasal natin, huwag natin pagkalimutan. Importante din po talaga yan. So anyway, ano na tayo, no? We're about to hit 12 o'clock. Siguro naipit lang talaga si Atty. Karen. So maybe for tomorrow, she will be joining us. At pag-iisipan din namin kung sino sa siguro imbitahin naman natin next Tuesday when our program is from 5 to 6:30. Baka we can have somebody again to discuss the burning issues, the hot button issues of the day para naman we're able to enlighten our citizenry, enlighten our listeners of the things that are going on, not only in our country but around the world. So again, thank you so much. Maraming salamat po for joining us this morning. You enjoy the rest of the day. Have a good lunch. If you haven't exercised, mag-exercise po kayo. Importante po yan. And relax and enjoy as well. So, see you again tomorrow. Have a good afternoon. Goodbye.